Hello. Hi. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce the inaugural Leadership Impact Award, sponsored by the U.S. Department of State, Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs. The Leadership Impact Award celebrates the individual achievement of an outstanding member of the Mandela Washington Fellowship Alumni Network, who has demonstrated servant leadership in their personal or professional communities. Nominated by U.S. embassies and consulates, institute partners, reciprocal exchange awardees, and professional development experience hosts, Leadership Impact awardees embody the belief that the most effective leaders strive to serve others and give back to their communities. This year, one extraordinary candidate was selected out of nearly 3,700 eligible alumni. The winner of this year's Leadership Impact Award has freely and consistently committed her time and expertise to the needs of others and has served as a tireless advocate and ambassador for the Mandela Washington Fellowship. Through her social enterprise and volunteerism, she has personified Nelson Mandela's legacy by promoting inclusion, innovation, and access in her country and within the wider fellowship network. It is for this reason that we at the University of Texas at Austin were proud to nominate her for the inaugural Leadership Impact Award. The vision and drive she demonstrated as a fellow at our institute in 2014 have propelled her toward remarkable impact in the years since.
In 2013, the inaugural winner of the Leadership Impact Award founded Mother's Delivery Kit, a social enterprise that develops and sells birth kits to midwives, hospitals, and delivery assistants across Nigeria after one of her close friends died during childbirth. These affordable kits contain sterile supplies to improve basic hygiene and prevent infections during births. Additionally, Mother's Delivery Kit provides valuable education and training on safe delivery practices to traditional birth attendants and community health workers. In 2014, she attended a 6-week leadership institute at the University of Texas at Austin during the first year of the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the flagship program of the Young African Leaders Initiative, funded by the U.S. Department of State. From the start of her fellowship, she was committed to leveraging the knowledge, partnerships, and skills she gained during her time in the United States to help build and scale her social enterprise in Nigeria. Before the fellowship, Mother's Delivery Kit had sold only 30 birth kits. Since the fellowship, this awardee has scaled the business up dramatically and sold over 500,000 kits across Nigeria. She is on a mission to help women and children stay alive and reach their full potential. Mandela Washington Fellows represents a generation of young African leaders who are at the forefront of change and innovation in their respective sectors. This year's Leadership Impact Awardee has demonstrated admirable vision and action in addressing issues affecting women and children across Nigeria and in the region. Additionally, her long-standing commitment to the larger Yali network has never wavered, and she continues to encourage and mentor future fellows. Congratulations on your achievements and your selection for the inaugural Leadership Impact Award. Your Mandela Washington Fellowship family looks forward to seeing you succeed as you forge a brighter future for your community and for women across Africa.
Joining Annette on stage to present the award from the U.S. Department of State is Angela Woods.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the winner of the 2019 Leadership Impact Award, 2014 Mandela Washington Fellow, Adepeju Jaiyeoba.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So let me start by saying a big thank you to the US State Department for sponsoring this fellowship and for giving hopes to thousands of young Africans out there by inspiring us and investing in us. We are grateful. My appreciation also goes to all the institutes that have committed 6 weeks to provide in-depth learnings for us, the communities that hosted us, and every single person who has worked hard to make this year's fellowship a success. I think we all deserve a round of applause. In 2014, I was like you, seated in this hall, full of smiles. My voice was hoarse from pitching to different people. I was excited to go back home, but I was also scared for what the future would hold. I was raring to go. I desperately wanted to change my community, and at that time, not even Batman could have stopped me. But you know, life comes at you really fast. Today, you are in a country where you have not encountered power outage for 6 weeks. Internet works at the speed of light. You know, and when it rains, it doesn't affect the network. Everywhere is cool, is clean, is green. And in your 6 weeks here, you may even have, acquired some accents. No, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow or the next, or so soon afterwards, you will be struggling with your excess baggage at the airport. And after struggling with it and getting on the plane and managing somehow, you are not likely to meet electricity at your arrival. Internet will become a challenge because where available, it will be expensive. You know how you do monthly subscription 3 times in a month? This is our story. And everyone who knows in your house, neighborhood, community that you have been in the US, think that you came back home with some dollars. I know the story, I was there. A few weeks home, you are wondering, okay, so what next? What do I do next? How do I begin to implement my learnings into action? How do I begin to implement my ideas? How do I keep communication lines open with the partners that I have made while in the US? It can be overwhelming. But here is how I got around it in 2014. First point, rest and reconnect. You've collected lots of business cards in the course of your stay here. When you get home, take some time to rest. This is a lot of information for you in the last 6-7 weeks. Bring out all the business cards, lay them out, and group them. Begin to send out your emails, and just lie down on your bed in the heat, thinking about the replies you will get. Yes. Yes. And when you get your responses, you know what to do. But if you don't get responses, it's okay too. Sometimes you send out 50 emails and get only one back. That one is the one that would last you a lifetime. Second point, debrief and share. And I'm emphasizing this because the US government has invested in us, not only for ourselves, but for our communities back home. We need to invest in other people. Not everyone will get the opportunity to come to the US on this fellowship. It is our duty to be a shining light for others. Debrief with your community members, your staff, everyone, and then share actively with them. Third point, strategize. Let me tell you why this is important. If you do not strategize, there's no way you would be able to make use of opportunities. Even if they are presented to you, because you have not strategized, you would not even know how to utilize it fully. Ensure you strategize. Get your working groups together, debrief with them, talk about your plans, everything you want to do, and the light is going to shine on it. Fourth point is leverage on opportunities. So there are loads of opportunities for you as alumni of this fellowship. There's the Link grant that you heard about earlier today. There's the Alumni Engagement Fund. Utilize those opportunities. They are for you. Make sure that you actively participate and make good use of them. So from here, what happens? A lot. A whole lot. I want you to think about the 2014 fellows who came on the first cohort of this fellowship. Like I said, we were like you. Let me talk about Nonso from Nigeria in 2014. Nonso came on this fellowship very passionate about recycling. He was also passionate about laws and policies. He believed that only laws and policies can change the waste management attitude of his home state, Anambra. He applied for and got a grant from USADF and started his recycling company. Today, Nonso sits at the Legislative House of Assembly of his state with the power to make those same laws he desperately wanted to make in 2014. That's how short 5 years can be. Let me tell you about Sarah from the Republic of Niger. She came on this fellowship with her hair product, Taloa. Taloa was only in Niger, and she wanted to expand. Lessons in scalability, pitching, and expansion at the institute led her to expand to 3 more African countries. Again, that is how short 5 years can be. Finally, let me talk to you about Voke. During the fellowship, Voke developed an application that can connect businesses to business information. 5 years down the line, today, Voke sits on the board of Nigeria's biggest online newspaper, Business Day. That is how short 5 years can be. If it doesn't happen immediately, if it doesn't even happen in 5 years, it's okay too. In this house, late bloomers are allowed. We would support each other to grow, to shine, and to be the best that we can be. Remember, the key is to debrief and share, reconnect, strategize, and leverage on opportunities. It may take several cycles of this for something to happen. But if you keep at it, I assure you, I promise, something would happen. Know this today. No one, and I mean no one, will help us to build the Africa of our dreams. We will make today count, but we would also make sure that our tomorrow is better than our today. As young Africans, we are constantly on a journey to build our skills so that we can retell the story of Africa. We are the ones we have been waiting for. And the future starts when? Now. Right now. Thank you.